Hello, this is Omar from the Third Rail. As you know, last night, Vice President Kamala Harris was interviewed by Zionist and CNN idiot Dana Dash. Anyway, when the question came to Israel and the Palestinian, once again, we want to prove to our brothers and sisters in the black community that Kamala Harris does not own herself. She's not going to benefit nobody. She's not going to benefit the Arab community or the Muslim community or the Palestinian community or even the black community. You guys going to get nothing out of her. Trust me. Because she doesn't, she's a generic candidate. She doesn't own herself. Let's see what she has today just to prove that she is more Zionist than the Zionists themselves. Let's go.
President Biden has tried unsuccessfully to end the war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. He's been doing it for months and months, along with you. Would you do anything differently? For example, would you withhold some U.S. weapons shipments to Israel? That's what a lot of people on the progressive left want you to do.
Let me be very clear. I am unequivocal and unwavering in my commitment to Israel's defense and its ability to defend itself. And that's not going to change. But let's take a step back.
Don't take a step back. The question is, what's the definition of Israel has the right to defend herself? Somebody I wish will ask a follow-up question, like, Kamala, what does it mean for Israel's right to defend itself? I mean, what does that mean? What does it entail? How many tens of thousands of people have to be murdered?
October 7th.
Here we go. October 7th.
1,200 people were massacred.
Right.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival.
Right.
Women were horribly raped.
Okay.
As I said,
stop. This Kamala Harris is repeating the same lie that has been repeated even by the New York Times had a big story on these rapes that never took place and had to debunk its own story and took it out of the newspaper. And for the Vice President of the United States to still repeat the same propaganda lie by the bad Hasbro of the Zionist entity, it's a shame because she's just repeating. Now pay attention. She gives the number, 1,200 people. Watch when she goes to the Palestinians. She's not going to mention the numbers because they don't exist in her mind.
then I say today, Israel has a right to defend itself.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
And how it does so matters. Far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed.
Yes.
And
she said 1,200 Israelis, but she never mentions the Palestinian number because the number in their mind is not worth mentioning. She is still beholden to AIPAC and other Zionist billionaires in the United States.
We have got to get a deal done. We were in Doha.
Talking points now.
We have to get a deal
Talking
done.
points.
This war must end,
In the meantime,
and we must get a deal
Talking
that
points.
is about getting the hostages out. I've met with the families of the American hostages. Let's get the hostages out. Let's get the...
There's about 10,000 Palestinian hostages since the beginning of the war. Have you spoken to any Palestinians' family, Mrs. Vice President, Madam Vice President?
ceasefire done.
but no change in policy in terms of arms and
No way.
so forth.
No, we have to get a deal done.
Yeah, no.
Dana, we have to get it.
No, those guns have to go there. Those bombs, you crazy? We're going to stop these bombs? No way. These bombs have to go because these bombs have to kill these people because Israel needs 2,000-pound bombs to kill a Palestinian as they sleep. You understand? Good.
A deal done. When you look at the significance of this to the families, to the people who are living in that region, a deal is not only the right thing to do to end this war, but will unlock so much of what must happen next. I remain committed since I've been on October 8th to what we must do to work toward a two-state solution where Israel is secure and in equal measure Palestinians have security.
This is the go-to talking points. Nancy Pelosi will say it. Every Democratic scumbag will say it. Well, I mean, the Israelis, I mean, we got to go back to the two-state solution. There is no two-state solution. The Israelis are settling the land every day. They took over the West Bank. They just bombed the daylight out of the West Bank. This is not Gaza. And here is the Vice President of the United States repeating the same talking points that they've been feeding the American public. All lies.
Security and self-determination
Yeah.
and dignity.
Okay, in conclusion, Kamala Harris is not going to serve neither the black community or the Palestinian community or any community because she has no soul. She has no ideology as a person, as a leader. She doesn't know what she stands for. Anyway, thanks for listening. Take care. We got to stick together, people.